Alright, y'all, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, that's the wrong time.
She's a real girl in a fool's world. She's a great catch, and she cooks from scratch. That's a real girl in a fool's world. Do you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so today we eating a little Tuscan chicken Alfredo. Okay, so you can eat your channel. Please subscribe to the channel and subscribe. Even if you're not new, if you haven't subscribed, definitely go and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so you get notifications the next time I post a video. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things I see us try, things I see us cook. Interact with us because you actually with me. When it's so great to get started, David, Father, thank you for this food that we're about to receive for nourishment of our bodies and health. In Jesus' name we pray, man. I had some grilled chicken. Down here to you, so I made a sauce, threw it in there.
I can't wait until I can wash my iPad. It's still the same thing, it just has another. This is still the same thing, it just has one more.
Alright. Sorry about my that candy video. It took me 2 days to post that video. Or since I was supposed to post that video on Tuesday, and I don't know why it keep happening. Like, sometimes a lot of times I edit my video at night, and then I'll start the upload on YouTube, and I go to sleep. And then I wake up and I finish doing all the administrative stuff on YouTube, and like, I didn't even realize. I think I had finished everything. Like, I had finished my description box, everything. I think I just needed to make a thumbnail. And I was on my way to work. Or at work, and see that the dang on video hadn't posted. It hadn't even finished uploading. It was stuck at 66%. I was like, oh my God. I was in the building at that time, so I couldn't even. It wasn't nothing I could do. And then when I got home, I kept trying to refresh my browser, and it still didn't continue uploading. It was stuck on 66%. Like, today, I kept trying to, refresh the browser. I ultimately just deleted that upload and uploaded it again, and made sure my, screen didn't close until it uploaded all the way. That the world of YouTube, very nice. Okay, well, I never even got to tell y'all, we ain't even talked about Japan. We ain't talked about Japan, y'all. It was great. It was great. I ate everything. We ate everything that could be eaten. No, we had a blast, man. We went to Tokyo Disney. We did Disneyland in Tokyo. We went to Universal.
It was Disney in Japan.
There's a Disney Sea as well in Japan, but we just did the Disneyland. They say when the locals ask you if you did land or sea, like, yeah, we did land. We did Universal. We went to Nintendo World within Universal. Great, super nostalgic, man. So I'm a Nintendo girly.
You love Nintendo.
Nintendo is my favorite gaming system. I play a lot of them. I play actually all of them. I might have Xbox. I haven't really played a whole lot. I might have played it a couple times, but not really.
My dad plays Xbox all the time.
Gavin had an Xbox, or has an Xbox. He just don't get it. But my dad had PlayStation. As kids had Nintendo. I played Sega. I played Atari. I don't think I played GameCube. I don't think. We, of course. I mean, all the Nintendos we got.
As a kid, when Mama was talking to her friend too long, so she ended up putting the KFC bucket on the stove and ended up burning it. And that is true.
That's why you gotta stop having conversations around these kids, for real.
You told me that.
What else? Okay, so we did that. We did a traditional like tea ceremony. We made matcha tea, and we learned the proper way to have tea with people.
And she made some sushi.
So sushi making class.
She ate all of that sushi.
Sure did. We went near the sushi making class. We just happened upon this popular like touristy temple or whatever. I mean, it's an actual temple, but it's one of the really popular ones to visit. But that was near our sushi making class, so we went. We shopped a little on our way to the temple, and well, actually, we wasn't going to the temple initially. We were going to AJ3, which was the place where we got those cream filled sandwiches.
Sandwich.
And then when we walked away, we end up in the temple, and the temple has this like shopping lane. Basically, it's like this long. There's a street to the temple, and it was so many shops. Like I was like, we're not gonna make it out. We're never gonna make it out of here, because every time, like, every couple of feet, it was a shop that somebody wanted to stop at. And it was funny because we were trying to leave. What day? I forget what we were trying to do after that, but we was just like, okay, we need to leave here. Or to do. I wonder if that was the day. I think maybe that was the day we did the go-kart racing. I'm not sure. No. Maybe it wasn't that day. But in any event, we left there. We were in Tokyo, and we took a bullet train to Osaka. Osaka is where Universal is, and Disney's in Tokyo. What else? Cool. We did like Mario Kart go-kart racing in the streets. That experience. I think I told y'all. I told y'all in the McDonald's video about that experience. It was cool. I think maybe if it hadn't rained, it probably would have been a great experience. But it rained, and then it was all the problems that we kept having. My daddy ran into a parked car. Very ghetto. We did a lot of shopping. I went with a carry-on bag initially, and I was just like, okay, well, the little things that I'm gonna get, my dad and my sister had already planned on checking the bag. They had planned on shopping and like getting the bag to check on the way back. And I was just gonna throw my stuff in there with theirs. We all had way too much stuff to where I had to get my own bag. But I mean, everything was just so cheap over there, like so cheap, so affordable. So the bag didn't cost me nothing for real. It cost me more to check the bag than it cost me the actual amount. Yeah, it was. Man, everything was just so affordable. The first week, my sister, my dad, and we got there a day early. Which I just would recommend, especially us doing going on the group trips. Like it's just better to go there the day before because you don't lose a day to travel. That'd be my whole thing. I don't want to lose a day of the trip to travel. So got there the day before, but we did lose that whole day because we didn't realize how. I mean, I think our flight landed at like 8, but we didn't get to our hotel. Well, maybe we can get there to like 9, almost 10, and everything closes early there, and they don't open up till late. Okay, it closed 9 to 10 o'clock, and they don't open till 11. Which I love that for them. But like we are, spoiled Americans used to like getting up at the crack of dawn and having breakfast. It's rare unless you want to go to the 7-Eleven, get you breakfast there. That's about the only place you're gonna get to at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it was like places that said it was open the next day, after we got there, and they were not open. We also stayed in Ginza. The first day we got there, our first night and half day there, we stayed in Ginza, which is like the really uppity, like the real rich. Hey, get away from there. It's like the real rich, like Hollywood of Japan or Tokyo. So, in Ginza, there's a mall called the G6, and it got like literally every high-end name brand store you can think of. It's up in there. And I'm trying to think. I mean, like they had Off-White. I'm trying to think of like the stores. I mean, it ain't stores that I shop in. Like, listen, at but my pay grade, okay. But like Gucci, of course, Louis Vuitton, Off-White, Balenciaga, stuff like that. Like those are stores that they had up in there. And listen, it was fun. We went up in there. We went on every level. We just walked around, perused. At the very top of it is a bookstore. Now, we could afford the things in the bookstore. I ended up getting a Tamagotchi. I saw that in the bookstore, and I said, oh, I'm getting this. The Tamagotchi that thing was so cheap. It was like, it had to be less than $10. It was like, I think it was like 3,000 yen, maybe. I think 1,000 is like $3. So, it was like 9 something. I got me and the Bubby one. I didn't get Gamma one because I think he would. I knew me and the Bubby. Well, I knew I wanted one. I had a Tamagotchi when I was younger. I wanted a Gigapet, but I ended up, my mama, she got me a Tamagotchi or whatever, and then I got the Bubby one because I knew that he would enjoy playing with that.
Hey guys.
It ain't some ish Gamma will play with.
This is my Tamagotchi.
Oh yeah, mine purple. But ironically enough, today when I was in World Market, I saw Gigapets, and my sister wanted one, so I got her one. I should go back and get me one, but I also can't even. I want a Gigapet though. That's the thing. I've been saying I wanted a Gigapet, and I looked on there recently before I even went to Japan, and then when I saw the Tamagotchi, I was like, "Oh, I'm getting this."
I'm getting this.
So yeah. And another thing I saw in World Market, that was the reason why I had went in there before. I think I went in there before I ended up getting it on Amazon, but they got Brandy P. If y'all know who Courtney Cook is, you know who Brandy P is. Oh, well, did I taste on? I did. I tasted on the channel. So, they have the Brandy P in World Market. I'm so annoyed because I had went in there looking for it and they didn't have it. But listen, I be on the trends. They ain't on the trends. Okay, now they want to get caught up. So I went in there looking for that. They did. They have fish white flavors, but they don't have any except for I did get some mussels and pesto. I think it was or something mussels and something, and they didn't. But they didn't have any other fish white flavors that I hadn't had before or that I wanted. I think they had the sardines in there. I picked up a couple cans of sardines. Sad. I don't know. But I wanted to try different kinds of sardines. So, or the sardines in different, juices, whatever. I don't know. Oh.
Sardine.
I don't know if TikTok or y'all get that, but or if anybody get it, because I've been obsessed. I've been eating a tin can almost every day for breakfast. That's been my breakfast, my go-to breakfast. Eat my tin can with my pickled onions. It's literally the same way that Tony Bravo is the girl's name. I don't think what video was I doing? I couldn't think of her name. Oh, when I did the tin can video, I couldn't think of her full TikTok name, but it's Tony Bravo, okay? And I make it the same way that she make it, okay? And I've been eating that every day. I get the little except the crackers that I got the, actually I couldn't even tell you what the name, I can't remember what the brand of this is, but it's they're almond flour crackers. They're in the healthier cracker section. I did get did I get the kind that she got? No, I didn't. And then the crisp bread or whatever that I get from Trader Joe's, I've been eating it on that. I've been eating it with my sourdough. I've been tearing them 10 fish up. I even made the Bubby some avocado toast and he ate some 10 fish. What?
So she has been just putting onions in a glass jar and put the pickles in there, then just wait.
I pickled the onions.
How?
I put some vinegar in there, some boiling water, and some seasonings, and I left it in the jar and let it pickle.
So it was like pickle, 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 pickle.
So yeah. So anywho, all right, back to Japan. So then, of course, I went to 7-Eleven and I got some of the staple things that they say you should try up in there. I got the egg salad sandwich, of course. I just posted that on a video of trying that on my TikTok. Real Good for the World on TikTok. I went to this place. They people had went to this Osaka castle one day, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like going. And so I was gonna do some other thing. I was contemplating doing this cup noodle tour where you get to make your personalized cup noodle, but then there's some other activities you can do there. I thought about going to the aquarium because it looked really nice. I thought about going to this other temple that looked really cool. But ultimately, I went. Well, what I guess stopped me from doing anything else was that I went to get the what's the thing, tonkatsu from this place, but it was small, so the wait was a little long. So that kind of took up all the time that I probably would have had to go somewhere else. So I just stayed. That place was near Dotonbori, which is this really popular shopping place. They got all type of food, vendors, food stalls there. And so I was near Dotonbori. So actually at one end of it. So I was just well, I'm just gonna stay here. And so I stayed in there and I shopped and I got so much stuff. And a lot of it was for these kids, actually. I mean, I got myself some stuff, but literally most of my shopping was bringing back souvenirs for them. I went, they had a Harry Potter. I saw me and my sister, we went on our last leisure day, was the last day, the day before we left. We went to the making of the Harry Potter studio. the making of Harry Potter studio, Warner Brothers studio tour or whatever, and that was cool. We saw. I mean, it's just nostalgia for me because I really love Harry Potter. I know I realize that I probably don't talk about it a whole lot, but like I read all the books, literally read all the books, seen all the movies, love Harry Potter down. Okay. And so that was really cool to see the studio or whatever, do the tour. Nobody has commented on the fact that I did a recap video, and nobody commented on the fact that I gave Dolores Umbridge the middle finger, but it's okay. I don't know. You gotta be. I guess you got to be a real true. Maybe I don't know. At some point, it'll reach some Harry Potter fans, and they'll see it and comment on it. But I thought it was hilarious. My sister thought it was funny too. So I went shopping in the Harry Potter store at the making of at the Warner Brothers studio. But I had also went to Harry Potter the day before. It's in Harajuku. It's a standalone Harry Potter store. I think it's a like really big store. And I went in there and got me and Gavin stuff because he just recently, since him having been on punishment, read all the Harry Potter books. So I got him some Harry Potter. We got us both Harry Potter stuff. Got us wands. Okay. I had to stop myself from getting more wands because I'm just like, girl, what are you gonna do with these? Like, but I wanted, man, Dumbledore. There were 2 Dumbledore wands, and one of them was sick. I should have got it, but I didn't get it. It just got me. So I got me a whole bunch of Harry Potter merch. Got me some Harry Potter merch. Japan is really big. Well, it's a good place for anime. Like anime lovers would love Japan, and everybody except for the 3, well, maybe like 4. It was a group of 10 of us. Maybe 6 out of the 10 were really big anime fans, so they were in heaven. Like we went to a lot of little different shops that had like different anime figurines and stuff. Now Gavin, he does watch or is keen to this one anime franchise, so I did get him some merch for that. It's called Naruto. He watches that, so I got him some merch for that. The Bubby, they had Pop Mart stores in Japan, and Pop Mart sells Labubus. So I got the Bubby quite a few new Labubus. But I mean, they were just, when I thought about it, I thought that they were cheaper there, but they were about the same price that I paid for them on the TikTok shop. But it was just cool that I got to see that they were in this, like I was in the Pop Mart store. I got some from the actual Pop Mart store, but then there was this like little anime shop basically on our way to the sushi class. Like we saw it and I was like, oh, we gonna have to stop here before we go back to the hotel. So we did that. We stay in Shinjuku, which is like a really popular place or whatever. There's a hotel that has a big old Godzilla on it. We actually stayed in a hotel that was behind that building. But I don't know, I really like the hotels. Like I thought they were really nice. Like all of them gave you pajamas. And not gonna lie, the last hotel I stayed at, I definitely they put 2 pair in my room. Okay. And I definitely brought a pair of them home. Did. Ain't no different than the people that y'all that be taking the robes from the hotels, okay? So don't judge me. Judge your mama, don't judge me. But I had to because they were so, I just like the way they looked, man. It's cool. The hotels that we stayed in, except for the very last one, I feel like was very misleading because the description gave 5-star. It was everything, but it wasn't a bad hotel. Just it definitely wasn't what I was used to. It's staying in other places. Like the hotel in Osaka was probably my favorite. It was the most spacious room. It just was the bomb. Like I loved that hotel. Absolutely would recommend for sure. I don't know what the name of it was. I can't remember. It's like the Royal something. But the bidets, okay. Let's talk about the bidets because that's probably one of the things I miss the most. And I feel like I'm about to research bidets. I want to heat it. See, yeah, I gotta give me a bidet, man. And it's so funny because I keep seeing reels that say like, this is the thing that I miss the most. It's not the food, it's not the shopping, it's not the, adventures and the theme parks and stuff. It's the bidets, man. I'm telling you, the bidet I use it every time, every chance I get. And I'm gonna just say that this is maybe a little TMI, but I'm gonna just say that being on lady time, Mother Nature time, having a bidet, life, it's a game changer, life changing. Like, Mother Nature had the nerve to want to pull up on me at the start of the trip. Okay, so I listen, game changer. Like, honestly, that's what I'm really here for real. It just made that whole time just a better experience, honestly. We took public transportation all the time. The only time we took an Uber was from the hotel. From the airport to our first hotel the night that we got there, but it was included in our trip or whatever. But other than that, we took public transportation everywhere, and it was so easy to navigate. Like Google Maps, Apple Maps, like it tells you obviously how to get to the train station. Then it tells you what train line to get on, what platform to get on, how many stops it's gonna be, what time the train come. I only got mixed around one time, and that was like the day before. Was it the day? So when we got back to Tokyo, we all the groups kind of split up, and she put us in like the areas in which you would needed to catch your train or catch your plane from, rather than putting us all back in Tokyo or whatever. We were in Tokyo, but that's because we were leaving out of the airport that was close to Tokyo. But kind of close. But in any event, I got mixed up that day that we got back to Tokyo because more so, I meant to say she put us near the airports. We were all in Tokyo, but put us near the airports, which we were flying out of at different hotels. And that day that we got back, I was trying to go, I think that was the day I was trying to go to the Jordan store because, my boyfriend, big sneakerhead, and they had a Jordan store there, and he wanted me to see if they had like any exclusive like J's and stuff like that. Well, was that the day that I went? I don't know. I think so. Me trying to get, I was just trying to get off the airport had its own little train or whatever, and I was just trying to get off that dang on train, child. I rode that dang on airport line for, I don't even know. I was for an hour. 4 hours before I just was like, okay, I'm just about to get off on the next stop and just figure out how to get to where I'm trying to go after that. And yeah, and so that was the only time that we really, really, really got mixed up, or I won't say I wasn't lost, but I just got mixed up because I wasn't lost. It wasn't like I didn't know where I was at or anything like that. It was just I was stuck on that train because what happened was that train, it just go in a straight line, go back and forth, okay? And the first, I think I had gotten, it was like either a express or the local or whatever. And I think I probably should have got on, well, I guess it didn't really matter which one I got on, but, I probably should have got on the local one or whatever. But I end up, so then, when it gets to the end of the line, then it switches, alternates between the express and the local. So I didn't know that, like, the express goes from one stop to the beginning stop to the last stop. The local stops at everyone in between. And child, I was like, I was so over. I was like, I'm trying to get off this train. I'm just trying to get where I'm trying to go. And it took me a whole hour out of my way, man. I was salty. But yeah, so I went to the Jordan store. We went to a black-owned bakery. This guy, maybe he's from Philadelphia, but where he lived in New York before he went to Japan. He said he had been in Japan for like 40 years or 40-something years. We just happened to find or see a video about him on social media, so we made it a point to go and see him when we were there. He was so cool. Kyle's Good Finds, I believe is what the name of the place was. And what else? Well, like I said, we did a lot of shopping. There was a mall by where we stayed at in Tokyo and Shinjuku. And what else? We didn't do a lot of the like super touristy things or whatever, but I still, and that's why I'm like, man, like we did 11 days. Like I feel like I could have been there for longer than 11 days because we didn't do, it was some sort of tower. I forget what it was called. Was it Shinjuku Tower or some tower where you can see all of like, high up, you can see the whole lay of the land. We didn't go to Mount Fiji. What else? I don't know, some other touristy things that like they recommend or people say that they do, but we didn't do a lot of it, but we still had a blast. Like we did so much stuff. And what else? We got ramen. We went to this place called Ichiran, which is very popular. Ramen was fire. Of course I got McDonald's. Y'all saw that video. I had to get McDonald's. I feel like that's a staple now. I gotta get McDonald's everywhere I go just to see what they got. Okay. I seen the KFC. They had KFC, but I think other countries love KFC, and I just am not a fan. I'm not a fan. What else? I don't know. We just did a lot. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm adequately explaining or doing it justice how awesome Tokyo was or how awesome Japan was, and how you guys should definitely go. I will say, I don't feel like we gave, let me just keep myself, I don't feel like I gave Tokyo Disney its fair due. Like I would definitely want to go back. I've never been to any of the Disney parks. That was my first time. And like I only left because, well, one, we didn't even go to Disney. I think we said we was gonna meet up at like 11 or noon, so we didn't even go till late. Okay, people going to Disney being there before it opened or as the park is opening. And then they got me on one ride. We waited like an hour and a half for the ride, and I said this will be the last ride I ride today because I'm not waiting in no lines. I'm here to eat. So, and I only ate two things while I was at Tokyo Disney, and that's just not what I came to do. I wanted to eat a whole lot more. I saw a whole lot more that I wanted to eat. Was it a Harry Potter place the Harry Potter place I think was in Universal. Yeah. And so I got butterbeer. I had to get it. I got it at the making of the Harry Potter studio, and at Universal in Osaka. Now I didn't eat as much at Disney, even though I wanted to eat a whole lot more. And I left because my sister was ready to go. She was recovering from her Achilles, like a tendon tear or whatever. And then I think my dad was ready to go, so I had just left with them, but I should have stayed and ate more. So
be a big fat.
Totally. And then, but Universal, we definitely gave, like, everybody loved Universal. Everybody said that Universal was had the most fun at Universal. But I feel like that's also because we stayed longer. Like Universal, we got up and went earlier, like close to when the park opened. Now what made us stay long was because when you get to Universal, like, you can't get advanced tickets to Nintendo World. You got it's like a lottery type of thing or whatever. When you get there, you can get your put in for your chance to go to Nintendo World that day. And so we couldn't do that until we got to the park. So then by the time we got there, our entry time was like 5:45, and so it was just like we was there at like 9, and we was just like, okay, well, I wasn't going nowhere. I was going to Nintendo World, so I was just like, I guess I'm in the park all day. So because we were there all day, we definitely went to every area. We walked around every area in Universal. I ate a lot at Universal, but I was determined because I knew I didn't get my fair due. I didn't get my money's worth at Disney, I feel like, but I definitely got my money's worth at Universal. I think we walked around every place in Disney, but it was kind of. But yeah, and then didn't even really do a whole lot of shopping in Disney either. We tore it up in Universal, okay? In Nintendo World and like or maybe we waited. I think we mostly waited to get. No. Let me think. Yeah, I think we mostly waited to get to Nintendo World to do shopping because we didn't know if that would, if the stuff that they had there was going to be the same as outside of the rest of the park. And I definitely wanted a lot of Nintendo themed stuff or whatever. So yeah, that was cool. We did that. It was it's other little temples that people go to often. We eat at nearly all the viral places that we did get the souffle pancakes. I wanted to eat at this place called Butter that had like these pancakes and they just give you a full stick of butter on top of it. They don't give you syrup. I wanted to eat at that place. I'm trying to think if there were other places we got Wagyu. We got plenty of that.
Wagyu, not Wagyu.
Not this boy corrected me.
It's not Wagyu.
Wagyu. Yeah, so I don't know. Overall, a great time, great trip. Absolutely recommend. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Super affordable too. Like the yen is like weaker than a dollar. So your money gonna go a long way. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. We'll talk more. If y'all got questions, ask me, in the chat. All right, well, that's all, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things you like to see us try, things you like to see us cook, interact with us because we do that here from you. And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video and we'll see you the next one. Peace out. Also, just a caveat, I think, about international travel. Like, if it's something that you've been thinking about, but you're nervous about maybe language barrier or whatever, don't let that freak you out. Like, listen, I only knew how to say thank you and hello. And I was fine. Like, my sister now, she like did this like app where she was trying to learn Japanese and she started it like months before we left. So she knew enough to be dangerous. But for me, I didn't. I said I was going to do it, but I didn't get a chance to do it or whatever. But like, a lot of the places there was like very, touristy. So they knew English or whatever. And then for the places that we didn't, listen, Google Translate is your friend. I ended up getting the Meta glasses dupes off of the TikTok shop, and they do live translation. And so when we went to the making of the Harry Potter studio, they were speaking nothing but Japanese there. Okay. And so I turned that on and, was able to catch something, a little bit of something, but I did not feel hindered or like feel like, I couldn't enjoy myself because I didn't understand the language. Most of the time, like, they are pretty versed or know enough English where you can, where you can have a dialogue, conversation, or understand or get around, whatever, And they said that somebody told me that I think when the Olympics was in Japan, whenever it was recently or whatever, that they redid like a lot of their signage and stuff to include English to make it easier for people to get around. So yeah, like the signs and everything, but like the transportation system, super easy to navigate because it was in English and in Japanese. So yeah, just good time overall, great time. But I was also gonna say, just like, don't let language be a barrier for you traveling internationally. Trust me, you'll be fine. You will be fine. And I have not found where like the locals aren't willing to help or assist or whatever. This one lady, oh my gosh, we were getting on the bullet. No, where were we going? We were going to Disney. I think it was when we was going to Disney, and this lady, I think she just happened to I feel like she was just in the train station helping people get to Disney. She had a whole little map she pulled out. She had more than one of them. So she printed these out, okay, with the purpose of helping people navigate, okay? She done gave us the little map. She told us where to get off on, like what to do and how to get to Disney, okay? I was just like, wow, it was really nice of her. I think she saw us and saw us looking around trying to figure out which, train we need to get on. Super helpful. And a lot of people are really helpful. Oh, also you can rent a grandpa in Japan. I thought about it, like me and my sister, we had just been sending each other videos back and forth just about all things Japan before we went. And I feel like we said we was gonna do that. We didn't end up doing it, but you can rent a grandpa, and they'll take you around the places with the locals and help you, do all the things. So, but we didn't rent a grandpa, but we should have. But yeah, the only place that I feel like it was like you got to figure yourself, like, your life out. Like, they did not care that you didn't speak their language. You better figure it out. Was in Greece, and not in everywhere. Just like in Athens, like them people, they was like, we don't know English. You need to figure out how to tell us in Greek, because we're not conforming to no American whatever. We don't gotta kiss y'all tails. We don't gotta, that's how I feel like their attitude was or whatever. But that was just in Athens. I feel like Santorini wasn't really like that. But and that's the only place that I felt like, I needed to know Greek or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I needed to know the language. But everywhere else, like, shoot, in Bali, I was using Google Translate like a mug. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. So don't let language be your reason as to why you don't travel. You could listen, there are so many tools and apps out here to help you these days. Like, yeah. All right, I'm out.